Sherlock Holmes, an American idea? Find out the facts. Tune into our Kickstarter project, and as an added bonus, the never-before reprinted version of A Study in Scarlet.
Hi, I'm Mark Williams. I have a small publishing company called Dark Lantern Tales, and I put out lost and rediscovered detective thrillers from the 1800s in brilliant new editions. I have about 14 of those out. Joe Renone is a friend of mine, and we're teaming up to make a book that's going to be very interesting. I think you might like to be a part of it. Joe is the leading collector of popular fiction in the world. He has very extensive holdings and has supplied many universities with his findings. Among his rarest pieces, he discovered something that's going to be very interesting to Sherlock Holmes fans for sure, and I think generally to people who like historical fiction and academics who study popular fiction of the 19th century. So let me let Joe talk to you about this and give you some of his slant on it, and I'll come back with some details on the nuts and bolts of this project. Get ready for an interesting one.
Hi, Joe Renone here. First, thanks for stopping by. I'm coming to you with something many of you may find interesting, so please bear with me. Sherlock Holmes fans especially, pay attention. For a long time now, I've been a collector of popular culture, primarily fiction, comics, pulps, magazines, dime novels, and more. Some of you may know me, others have heard of my collecting obsessions, others may know me by my publications, such as the dime novel illustrated price guide. If you love a good mystery or are a Sherlock Holmes fan, then you are in for a special treat. But first I need your help. My associate, Mark Williams, and I thought Kickstarter the way to go with this project. Our intention is to produce a beautiful publication which we feel will interest the collectors, scholars, and institutional libraries. Okay, so here goes. The mystery begins. Sherlock Holmes was not the first true scientific detective, nor was he the first to have a partner to help him solve a mystery, nor was he the first to entertain clients or enlighten police in theory or evidence. That claim goes to an American detective who preceded Holmes by more than 3 years. But that's not all. Further, there are many similarities, along with Sir Arthur's background and interests that suggest this detective story could have been part of the influence for him to write A Study in Scarlet. We sent the draft of our research to Gary Labisi, who has written numerous detective and Sherlock Holmes story pastiche. Here is, in part, what he had to say. Quote, "A rare masterpiece of fascinating historical importance." End of quote. Besides my analysis and the reprinting of this fascinating story, we are also reprinting the rarest version of A Study in Scarlet, far rarer than the original. I have the only complete copies known to exist. Okay, Sherlockians, you waited long enough. Here they are. Well, is that Sherlock? Or is that old Marvel, scientific detective from 1884? Oh, here's Sherlock. The rarest version of A Study in Scarlet. Preservation of these fragile items is of a major concern. A few universities have collections that are well tended to, and I hope to find a home for my collection of over 50,000 items as well. Our hope is this project will inspire more research, ongoing preservation, and collector interest. That is our long-term goal. Our short-term goal is to make this project happen, and that we need you. So if you have stayed this long, thank you. My partner Mark will follow with much more information about this project, which will help you understand how to help and more about this project. He will tell you about the different donor levels, how you can get this book, and even poster-sized images of the front and back covers, which will be created by a well-known UK artist. So please stay focused. As Sherlock would say, the game's afoot. Thank you.
Finally, Joe and I both appreciate your interest, and we're glad to have you in this project with us. This will be an excellent book. Thank you.